All right, we're back. It's been 9 years
Nine
since
years.
you did your first interview with me.
Yeah.
To have somebody that really been there, been on the inside, and know this is will clear it all up, and whatever it takes to clear it up, that's what we need. That's just like exposing the devil, and that's why I'm here. That's the only thing that matters to me. Exposing the devil.
What was the response to that when that first interview with you came out? Do you remember?
I talked to a lot of people after my first interview, my interview with you. It gave me a little name. It put me out there.
Yeah, I'm glad for that. Like I said, a lot has happened since then. I figured we'd start with the biggest development in the past 9 years. I don't want to go too much into his upcoming trial, but what did you think, when you heard Keffe had been arrested back in 2023?
I don't want to say about time, but I wasn't shocked because of the way he was moving around. The way he was doing all these interviews with Dialogue and everyone else, pretty much telling on himself. So I wasn't shocked. I knew it was coming. And if he win or lose, it don't matter to me.
I mean, what do you think the outcome is going to be?
Guilty. He made a fool of the Vegas Metro Police, clowning, and he's living in this city, and he's going around like pretty much mocking them. So they had to get him, and he wouldn't quit with his buffoonery, his stupidity. Going, and I'm talking about doing interview after interview. And the little money he was making cost him. And now he can't even get a lawyer.
It's crazy. And the book, why would he do so many interviews, so many public interviews like that? Did he just think that they didn't care, that they...
Yeah, and he got full of himself. And people was coming to him and treating him like he was that gang boss, like he was that guy. The notoriety was overwhelming for him, and he just kept going. If he take a deal, I believe they're gonna offer him 20. The way Vegas work, they'll give you 15 to 25, some shit like that. He do the 15. He do 12 of it, and then bam. But being in jail out there, he go to prison, he gonna have a problem. There's too many Tupac fans in prison. And I'm talking about grown men. I'm talking about thugs. I'm talking about people that really like Tupac. And he's gonna have a problem. And he too old for it.
Right. Yeah, I always tell people, they say, who's to blame for, him, who got him locked up, all this stuff. And I'm always like, he got himself locked up. He's in his situation because of what he said. I know they're trying to blame, he hates Greg Kading. I know the defense and them, they want to make a big thing out of Greg. It's like, well, Greg didn't set up his BET interview for Death Row Chronicles. Greg didn't make him go on Vlad TV and do all these interviews. He did we sat and watched that like everybody else did.
Well, he really tripping off the proper agreement. Even you had that agreement, there's nowhere in the world you truly believe that you can go and tell people you assist in or committed a murder. You're a fool. You're too old to be running around like that. Number two, go sit your old ass down, live your life with your wife, and mind your business. All that it would have been over and done.
Right.
He'd have been at home drinking coffee. And it has amazed me how you could be this gangster and then we turn around and, I didn't kill nobody. You gotta look at Reggie Wright. You gotta look at Greg Kading, them dirty cops. It ain't them, they didn't do it. You did this to yourself. His own comrades, meaning, all the Crip dudes were telling him to shut the fuck up. He wouldn't shut up. So, here's where he at.
It's ironic too because when he did his proffer, I remember him talking about having to tell Orlando Anderson and everybody to shut up back then, and complaining about what at the time he called MySpace gangsters who were bragging about stuff on the internet.
You tell everybody.
I don't get down like that, man. I ain't tell nobody shit. That's like I tell my nephews them stop saying that shit. Don't be on that internet and MySpace, man. If you saying that shit, they come. Then they get that dude but make it ever 30 years later.
And then it's like he fell into the same trap.
Because everybody looking at him. He would go to the store and people would see him and, man, you woo, 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 woo. And he started loving that shit. And now he out there. Now he want to do another one. And one phone call after doing Vlad or the dialogue, then they call him back and then they calling him back. And his stupidity, he wants to blame everybody else for his downfall. And he really made a bad choices, And I give his son a lot of credit because he still got his daddy back, regardless of. Other than that, at the end of the day, it really don't matter to me if he walked out of there tomorrow. At his age, I'm not gonna wish it on him. I'm penitentiary life ain't all that. I've been there. I wouldn't wish him in prison, but if he go to prison, you can only say it's your fault because you there. So it really don't matter if you do or don't.
And I mean, in a way, the case is closed regardless.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. And that'll stop all these people from really, after so many years, everybody still seems like they're interested in the Tupac murder. It's been solved a long time ago.